Kasama ko ngayon si Yoshi. Yoshi, paano hindi hihingaan yung mic? Eh, nung kalaban mo nga si JP, hindi ka makahinga. Hinga ng pulbo, kung pambilyar pa rin. Pakinggan nyo muna ito. Bibirang pala sa retriyan, kaibigan nga lang pala yan. Pre, kailangan ko na magpagupit, pre. Mas made pa rin to, ya. Yung pani ko, pre, hindi pa tumatama yung cable, ubos na yung energy. Nakakaya ko nung sa Cambodia ako, pre. Nagpani ako, pre. Ubos na yung energy ko, wala man lang ako tinamaan. Nice surrender! Oras na para mag-boom, boom, boom, boom.
It's time for what?
For beatdown.
It's time for the beatdown?
For the boom, 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 boom.
For the boom, 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 boom.
Man, I didn't think I could love Big J more than I already do.
You mean the Predator?
He looked like a Yamcha, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Larger than usual, but I can't believe he had pipes like that.
He's got pipes. Maybe they can make use of it here. Let's look at the Infinix keys to victory, Renmar.
Yeah, Joe, we got to be big time here. Interim captain now. We got a lot of management. Don't forget, one of the reasons why you shined last season is because you made the big plays at the right time. Find the right time to be Big J. Be the king, MP. You mentioned Cambodia and your unfortunate experience about not having energy as a fanny in some situations. But MP the King showed us, show us what you brought out in Riyadh, in MSC, when you guys weren't playing without a coach, and you still absolutely killed it. Bring it home. You guys have yet to win a series this season, but both of you have won games against teams in the upper half of the bracket. You've shown us you have the capability. Now show us you've sharpened up your early game rotations and your decision making to finally get your first series win.
Hopefully they're able to pull that off, even for MP the King. And I know Leo mentioned this with the spiderweb graphic that we saw earlier on, the breakdown of their stats. I think part of that too, again, is for the most part, MP the King he's been playing pretty aggressively on the. Is he the only one that's played the Hanzo?
Yes.
He is, right? Like, okay, so he likes to go ahead and lean towards some of those more aggressive junglers and everything else. And I think, obviously, we have seen it before when they're down in a game, somehow, some way, MP the King's still able to get kills. You know, he's still able to convert things. Sometimes he's able to also contest some of those objectives.
Yeah.
And so over across from him, and Doru has been that person too in the past seasons where we've seen him. He looked quite impressive when it came to actually fighting for those objectives. So maybe that's a key here.
Even as far back as season 14, Andoryu had amazing stats. On paper,
Yeah.
some would argue he's the best jungler in the league. But when you come down to it, in moments as tight as Lords, even in the late game, no one comes close to MP the King. He's always had that edge, always had that clutch gene. So if you're talking about late game moments, you have to always consider what MP's gonna do.
Well, see this, because first ban's already out here. First blue side priority for Twisted Minds.
Yeah, Joy available as Twisted Minds have taken out the Suyo with the Harith Gun. Can't first pick that, then you're not going to first pick Granger with the Joy wide open. It's looking like a clear-cut Joy pick here for Twisted Minds, as that will also stop Omega from potentially picking up along like an Eve in the first two picks. So they might actually decide to swerve here and pick up a low Yi as one of the first two picks. Something that's low-key been going up a little bit more since last week. Oh, low Yi's also banned out by Twisted Minds. So they pick out the Granger still into the Joy, but I like that they picked up the Phobius here. This would be good in terms of invading that portion of the map.
But the Eve is still open, so you did mention the Eve. That's one way that Twisted Minds can match the range of a Grenier.
Grenier.
I just hope they don't go high loss.
Here we go, top picks. Looks like that is going to be right there. The Hilda comes through this early on in the first phase, and then...
I hate to throw back to... Wait, what?
Phil.
I hate to throw back to early week one, man. Remember when the Hilda was such a high priority, a too high priority?
Yeah.
And it bit them in the behind?
It did.
A part of me is softening up the idea of the Hilda coming out a little bit early, because we've seen some impressive Hildas last week, but again, this time, usually we see the Phobius do a little bit better.
What?
But that's a surprise pickup by Omega to rush the high booster early on. So both of these two have actually decided to forgo picking the roam in mid in the first phase. So they're going to be battling out for the roam in mid picks in this second phase. Omega takes out the chip first. There was something I told you guys off camera. We might be seeing new roam picks popping up in this series, and we might see this in this game number one.
So you think so? You think at least the debut hero this time around for this matchup is going to be Rome?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say debut. We've seen Kufra make the rounds.
Yeah.
I'm saying you never know, man. You never know if there's going to be a new debut hero here on day one, week 3. You know.
Funny enough, Omega, I think, can still consider Super Yoshi picking up the Ruby again because it looks very good for the lineup of Twisted Minds, considering that they have the Phobies that will be fronting. The Ruby can act as the follow-up, and that's exactly what they did, if I'm not mistaken, last week against Team Liquid.
And it is a signature. Yoshi does like his Ruby.
What else? What other roams haven't come forward yet?
There's one I want to see.
So you don't want to jinx it. You just want to.
No, I'll say it. I want to see the Minotaur, man.
Throw it out to the
Oh, the
world.
Minotaur?
Yeah, I want to see the Minotaur
Say
or
the F word. Say the F word.
Franco.
You know that thing going on right now,
What?
where all those people do that. Franco. It's the Franco. If you guys have seen that trend going on, you know what I'm talking about. And they're not saying Franco.
So far, I don't see a Franco for either side. Maybe for Omega?
Yeah. I think Twisted Minds is thinking up of something because they're banning out a... Well, it makes sense why they want to ban out the Valentina. But at the same time, maybe they're really considering someone with a very powerful ultimate. I'm thinking, go for it, man. Pick up a new roamer in Twisted Minds. Please, show it to us. Minotaur or Franco. Any of those two, I'm happy.
Minotaur would be great, but there's also still Hylos is still on the table. He's been picked up quite a bit. And I know.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm so tired of
I know.
seeing
I know you are.
Minds.
I know you are. And also, I know a lot of people are. I'm just saying. That's what they have leaned into, especially like with, whether that was Escalera or even back with Sensui.
Yep.
They went with Hylos, so
Sensui's Hylos got beat up, man.
it did. I would be surprised if it gets picked up
I'm
because
not mincing my words. It just got
it did not have a good
horse
day.
turkey.
All right, there's debut
What?
pick. There's the debut.
Hold up.
Wait.
Is that a mid-Florin? My good
That is
sir.
a mid-Florin.
My good sir.
Are your minds twisted?
You have a mechanical genius in Haji and you make him press buttons like this.
And there is the Ruby.
And there's the Ruby, like you guys mentioned.
If we know Yoshi, if we know Cedric, that's what he's gonna pick.
Hajizi Pahil. Does it work like that? Like the Florin in the mid?
No, it's a Rome Florin, and I think they midded the Cho.
That's a Haji pick.
Yeah, it's a Haji playing the Cho.
That's very Haji then.
Oh, that would be very Haji.
Sandata, you tease, sir.
I'm digging it. It's a whole different level of crazy, but I'm digging it. Not gonna lie.
If it wins,
If it wins, it wins. Oh man, okay, we got to see if that is that final decision here once we come up to the draft. And if that's the case, it could end up working out really well with the lineup. Once again, looking at the breakdown here, you've got similar lineup ratings in the case, but you got really strong early game potential for Twisted Minds. And also, they want to be able to go ahead and control the objective. So there it is. It is Hajizi on the Cho. And they're putting the floor in the hands of Escalera.
So it's like this is the unique universe of like, hey, you should get Hajizi back on the rope. You know what? Leave him in the center of the map as the mid, but let's give him a Rome style pick.
Oh man, well let's go ahead and find out as we open up week 3, jumping into the land of dawn. It's game 1 in our first best of 3 between Twisted Minds and of course Smart Omega. Now looking at this, look at this early aggression already.
Jeezy facing off against 3, dashing out. Super Yoshi wants to keep him here. Ukir blasted him, gets away.
Okay, in essence, how is this going to work? Like, is this going to be okay, a Cho in the mid lane versus this Vexana, just because you have the Florin to help heal you up?
Yeah, they can rotate faster. Hajizi does have the heal and even the crowd control once Florin hits a level 2 to be able to get information in aggressive manner and still have a capability to escape. The thing is, they are still both susceptible to still getting pulled in by Super Yoshi later on in the game. And this is a crazy crowd control combination with the Vexana and Ruby. So I will double down again on that. Hajizi and Escalera really need to make sure that their comms are on point. And Escalera showing Hajizi, like, here's some good faith for you. I'm giving you my bloom. I'm giving you the flower.
Give him a flower. Also, because we haven't seen the Florin just yet, at least, hold on, Lewis. Okay, he flickers out, he's fine. But because we haven't seen the Florin yet, too, interesting to see, Escalera is going to run with that focusing mark to go ahead and add a little bit of extra damage. So maybe also some of the damage from having a Cho in the mid lane, especially what Hajizi decides to build it, will be a surprising amount of damage where they could just pick off Ukir, especially if the flicker's down. That might be one option here. Oh, mid lane already.
Hajizi in the middle of it all survives with 1/4 of his health. Will he be here? Will he be able to stay for the turtle take? James gets blasted. Andorius jumps onto him. And he's very low. James survives with just a sliver of health.
All right, Twisted Minds will not lose a player there, but they're going to be definitely losing this turtle. I don't think MP the King is going to contest it. Escalera needs to back on out of there. And in the early game, weirdly enough, despite the graph showing that Twisted Minds has it slightly better, they're going to be struggling up against this Phovius that at this portion they won't have the right solution for just yet.
Clean turtle take by Smart Omega. Given that Twisted are a man out, but not a man down.
Not a man down, no one going down. Shit, there's a pull.
I'm offended. Comboed with an EG. Hajizi survives through a flicker.
That's what I call the athletic flicker. So he does go ahead and survive that, but that combination can happen again, quite often, and that's the scary thing for Hajizi.
And that's why we were talking about that Hajizi and Escalera, the center of the map, really need to be careful against the Vixana and the Ruby. That might happen a little bit more, and I don't think it's something that they can always avoid. They'll just have to accept that, yeah, Yoshi will catch us from time to time.
Yeah, especially with that. Still looking for the focus here in the mid lane. Oh, he's not going to land that one. So, that cooldown on the I'm offended is going to be up often more than that flicker is available for Hajizi. And honestly, he's probably the easiest target for this.
Ooh.
Dora doing a little check.
Mind you, there's not a single Purify on Twisted Minds. So once Yoshi finds it and commits to it, they just have to heal through whatever Omega brings.
Yeah. They're just really thinking about the repositioning with the flickers, and even the sprints instead is what they're going for. So I think later on, James might end up becoming an annoying presence for Omega's lineup. But that's mostly going to be the Vixana and the Granger that will be focused on catching. And it might actually be tough for him to have backup, even if Hajizi is going to be the one to initiate and try hunting down the back line. Team fighting later on might be a little bit difficult for Twisted Minds if they're honest with it, but if they can find the unique angles, that's where they can catch Omega off guard.
Yeah, I think part of it is playing around the speed that this lineup gives them. We're talking about the Joy, we're talking about the Irithyll, and then like the Hilda, and the two sprints that they have, like you mentioned, but then even if they get engaged on from Smart Omega, they're relying on some of that sustainability to help them last through those fights and look for those angles that you're mentioning here. I'm just wondering, I think they're going to have a little bit of a difficult time really contesting some of these early fights.
I'm offended onto Hajizi. The Infernal Pursuit by Lewis. Turtle here, slow take by Omega. Haji playing with the range. Outplayed down to half health. In comes Hajizi looking for a kick. Wukir flickers back. Andoriu committing a shadow, looking for the shadow field to jump once more. The bloom from Hajizi will not save himself. First blood drawn by Sipuano Prodigy. EG coming through. Outplayed. Compromised the jump in from Lewis.
Wow.
Target to target. Backing off. Lewis in the thick of it. Behind enemy lines. Survive. Andoriu coming through. Down goes the Magician. Now you see him, now you don't.
If Twisted Minds cannot get the execution at the beginning, Omega will punish them. Great flicker by Ukir to avoid getting kicked back in the right angle by Hajizi. And again, you double down on the thought of the Phovius being their problem if they cannot get the engagement start that Twisted Minds wants.
And that's exactly why they picked it up on the first swing of the draft for Smart Omega. As I was saying, maybe the sustainability is going to help Twisted Minds. No. Because their Smart Omega is just so durable and tanky that they survive through all of that, and no one's low enough. And then here comes Andoru to sweep in, or Big J to cap off a kill. So now they got the two turtles. They got themselves a nice, comfortable lead, at least here. They are going to take one turret for Twisted Minds up top, but the same thing is going to happen. Oh,
Whoa.
Forced out of his jungle.
Oh, I like this rotation by Twisted Minds. I thought they were just going to focus on the lane, but they even pressured the jungle of Andoriu. James, though, left in the bottom to defend. Already the passive of the tower, the bottom lane, popped by Omega. And Omega aren't even going to stick around to get an orange buff. Twisted Minds, though, were not able to take the orange away from Andoriu.
Happy with the minor objective that is the Holy Shield. Mind you, we're at 6.5 minutes, Redmar. 6.5 minutes to pop the Holy Shield down bottom.
That doesn't feel right.
Yeah, it doesn't. Twisted Minds sacrificed a lot of the bottom portion of the map to get control up top. Excuse me, I have to change that up. Andoriu did lose his orange buff to Twisted Minds.
But in exchange for the Holy Shield, again, it seems like the Barangay have a busy schedule.
Yeah.
They snuck in this match with Twisted Minds behind like 5 more appointments.
They just kind of ninjaed their way in at this point. So now this is another turret that's going to be worked up. They take it down. This is so much space and map advantage. Like even in consideration of the shield going down in the bottom side, giving them advantage. I mean, we're still looking at the third turtle to come up here, and right now, Twisted Minds, you're thinking, man, they're just okay with these turrets being taken down like this. They don't really have a response right now.
Yeah. They're really sacrificing their towers just so Outplay can get farmed. Outplay's left in the bottom lane while they're zoning out in the turtle pit so that Outplay should be safe. If Twisted Minds decides to go all in on this, it might be bad for them.
I'm offended! Onto one, finds Hajizi. The KDA machine has been shut down. In comes the Phobius. Lewis jumping on the 3.
That's bad.
Now they're forcing them to retreat.
Yo!
In goes Joe. Escalera gets popped once more. James running for his life.
Ooh.
Joe's not going to allow him to. Double kill for Big J.
This feels wrong.
Yeah, man, something ain't going right, but it's Super Yoshi, his Ruby, his signature pickup. He's continuing what he showed off against Team Rocket Philippines in Game 2
He is
last
she.
week. He is she, man. He knows the angles and the perfect timing entries with this Ruby pickup. Haji!
Oh, coming through. Might get punished here. Lewis very low. Surviving with the shields in the Infernal Pursuit. Traded out for the KDA machine.
Yeah, but this whole time they're gonna go ahead and get themselves to the Lord. So Lewis, he's fine with it. And you know, going back to how this is being played, Smart Omega's so confident with the fact that they can go and win these fights, go at their own angles. They use the flickers offensively. When you're doing that to go ahead and catch up these kills, it's looking a little dicey for Twisted Minds right now. That buff is going to be taking a pull again. It is James.
Pulled in. Not enough damage on Big J just yet, but look at this. He's eating well. He's eating good.
Double Dami already built up by Omega. One for the Phobius, one for the Ruby. So Twisted Minds, the healing brought out by the Bloom of the Florin. Shouldn't be a massive turnaround. It'll help them, but it won't be as big as a heal as that can be dished out. 6.2 or 6 points, I don't know, 6K for the Aerithel, still catching up to the Granger.
Oh, another shield's going to be popped. Super Yoshi, very, he's utilizing these every time the Amafend is available, he's going to go for it. They're going to march in with this Lord now. We'll see if Hajizi looks for an angle. Doesn't find it. Actually has to deal with it. And they might lose this turret here as the Lord goes and makes its way. And now they'll rotate for the West of the Waves to push in.
Slow and steady, the barangay breaking through turrets.
Oh,
wow!
Super Yoshi coming through, pulls 2. Escalera goes down, Hajizi as well, and they collapse on the Twisted Minds. 4 goes down, traded out for Yoshi, and the barangay make it a quick one. Under 10 minutes, game 1 goes to Smart Omega.
A very quick game for Smart Omega. 10 minutes, just under it, to go ahead and get the first win in the series.
Yoshi's Ruby, the Vixana paired up with it. Yeah, it was just really tough for Twisted Minds to get what they wanted for the Joe to be aggressive, because you had a Ruby watching there for you. And I'm thinking here, did Twisted Minds oversee the Ruby pick? Did they forget about it because they decided to ban the Valentina? And we were already calling it in the draft at the second phase of banning that the Ruby already looks good for Omega.
Yeah, that was such a good combination there at the end there, where Super Yoshi went in, got the offended off. Eternal Guard drops down, and I think he hit, 4, maybe 3-4 members, was able to get the knockup. And that was the thing, man. It was constant. That was the constant combo. Like, Super Yoshi just so adamant to use the I'm offended, grab if it was Hajizi or multiple, and then boom, Eternal Guard.
Logic states that for you to make a heal lineup work, you have to have the HP to work on it, right?
Yeah.
Omega didn't allow Twisted Minds to get that HP buffer. They just ran through him, and the Ruby was the perfect hero to break that tempo.
Yeah, we talked about this so many times with Ruby's history. It's just perfect with breaking tempo. Exactly what we saw. And then you also mentioned that to make a heal lineup work, you need HP, which I liked it, but now the heal to pick is a little bit more questionable, because if they were going to lean towards that, then why not go for an EXP that's a little bit more tankier, right?
And of course, our MVP, Super Yoshi, here with that Ruby pick. You guys mentioned this before it was even brought up, at least for the draft. You know that he loves this hero, and well-deserving of the MVP here, 0, 1, and 8. Honestly, yeah, it's funny because when you look at it, it was such a quick game, right? He's only got the Athena Shield, the Dominance Ice, but all he had to do really was use that ultimate.
Gosh darn it, the definition of low to the ground. Look at that. Finished the game under 10 minutes with just 2 full items. 3 if you count the boots.
Oh my goodness! How he timed it also with the conceal. It's something that we saw against Team Liquid Philippines. He just knows the right angle of charging up. He presses the ultimate first before he flickers, and in the middle of that very quick animation, he'll flicker forward and then catch you right at the end of it. And going back to the beginning, though, you saw that the Phobius really was a big thorn to the side of Twisted Minds.
So in his case, it's I'm Flicker offended.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
Flicker
the
offended.
space.
It's crazy because, like, here we are. We're almost to the end. Like, this is the cutoff where they go ahead and find him, and they push into the base a little bit further here. And that's the thing. Super Yoshi was just so good with it. And that, too. Like, the offensive flickers, this is the one where, you know, Hachizi might go get that kick, but Lewis is fine to die here.
Yeah, it's funny though because you could knock on Twisted Minds draft as I'm pretty sure a lot of people right now are questioning, but there's also a universe where the Ruby will actually not do good against this. If the Ruby misses, if the Ruby is sloppy, doesn't go for the surprise aggressive plays, it can easily get punished by a Ruby and a Florin together, especially with the Sprout of the Florin. Excuse me, not the Sprout, the the one with the crowd control.
You were right, it was Sprout.
Sprout, it is Sprout, thank you. But it just shows how good Yoshi is with that Ruby.
Yeah, even looking at this, again, it was interesting to see, you know, Hachizi going on the Cho here and Escalera getting that Florin, but it just did not come to fruition. Like, their plan did not work for them because, again, I think maybe if you took out the Phobius from Smart Omega, maybe it would be a little bit different because I feel like from the start of the game, as soon as Phobius catches anybody or just is on his infernal pursuit, you can't stop the guy. Like, you have to commit too much to deal with just Lewis in your face.
And their kit just did not allow for that. Usually if you have like a mage in mid that scales up in damage early,
Yeah.
you can punish a Phobius.
Yeah.
But they have a Cho.
What's a Cho gonna do?
So you're gonna make him go deeper in your lineup, and that's just counterproductive. That's a Nambo.
Combo. Yeah, is that the opposite of a combo? Is that an official thing?
It's a combo with a no at the beginning.
Yeah, it's a Nambo, you call it?
Nambo, sir.
Yeah,
Nambo.
it's a Nambo.
Anti-synergy.
And I think that's one of the things that you really have to credit Omega for, the fact that they prioritized the Phobius in the first two picks right away alongside the Granger. And I like that. I think it goes to show that usually when you think about the hierarchy of the best EXP laners, you think of CC, you think of Phobius. Funny enough about CC, CC was overlooked here. They decided to pick up the Hilda instead of the CC for Twisted Minds. But yeah, I think that's something we have to watch out for drafts in the future, for Phobius to get prioritized at the red side. By the way, yes, you're seeing the new addition there. The BPI rich guy of the game is interim captain Joan.
Yeah, 942 on the GPM. We're going to take a closer look at that too, but it must have been the singing, man, that got him in tune for this game one.
It's that mid-lane counterproductive conflict that allowed for the, I'd say, XP, jungle, and gold to just mind their own business. Ukir and Super Yoshi did so well in controlling that mid lane, that main artery, that the rest of Barangay could take a trip to BPI and just make money.
Yeah.
Just withdraws.
Open up an account and just go
That's it.
within 5 minutes.
Passbooks updated. Let's take the base.
That's very easy to pull off, by the way. So that's how easy it was. That's how easy it was for Omega.
To be
half the
fair,
game.
I was just gonna say 5 minutes.
Half the game
Right?
is all
That's
it's up.
half the game.
Yeah.
Hey, you come out to be BPI's rich guy, you know? And I think part of that too, again, there was just so much that the mid kind of trio, but the mid duo specifically here, were able to just control. And since in that sense that you have a Cho and a Florin across from you, like for Smart Omega, once they had that control, it's like, okay, we don't actually have to worry about too much else. And then you result into this for your BPI rich guy for Big Joan.
Yeah, and you can see how he got his gold, a lot of it through the minions, because, again, he was undisturbed in the laning phase. He was having a grand old time. He was also being outplayed in the lane, and we talked about how the Iritha before used to be the answer to the Granger. Joan didn't make it feel that way. He dominated, and after that, of course, from the kills and assists, just to show how dominating Omega was here.
And it was so bad for Twisted Minds that they lost control of the mid lane, which means they lost control of everywhere else. He stole a bit from MP the King. 500 gold, to be specific, from MP the King.
Yeah, that's quite a bit for him to go ahead and have. And I've been saying, you know, for Big J, it's like in the previous week we've been waiting waiting to see him activated, you know, to have that moment in the lane, have that moment within this team. And I feel like in this case, because they've been able to go ahead and kind of iron out some of the things, and of course with the addition of Super Yoshi there, it allows Jome to have that experience that a lot of these successful gold laners are having right now, you know, on some of the teams that have been dominating. Where, I mean, think about Ohed, for example. Like, a lot of times he's able to just go ahead and focus, you know, on what he needs to do, and then he pops off later on. So that also is part of what they can do moving forward. Now, also, we have a watch party, by the way, going on for the Kabarungai. This is also going on at My Coffee. This is March 15th. That is tomorrow. And that's going to be at Saturday at 4 p.m. That is in Quezon City. I don't know if I've ever been to My Coffee. I would love to go. But wait, technically I could.
Yeah, you could. We're from there now.
We are.
Yeah, but Quezon City is a big place, so it depends
You
where.
guys are.
Yeah, it depends on where in Quezon City.
Don't speak for me, all right? This is okay, but I'm working.
Yeah, he's working. We're not.
I'll be calling the match between the Omega and Aurora, so that's what you're covering.
We'll see you there. We also want to go ahead and invite everybody to go ahead and check this out, because you can join the NSL Collegiate Cup Season 2, a 500,000 peso prize pool with up to 1 million diamonds. Yeah, that's right. 1 million diamonds is all waiting for you.
And better yet, this is something money cannot buy. An opportunity to qualify for MPL Season 6 this August. Visit the MSL Collegiate Cup Facebook page or go to the website to register now. Just scan the QR code. Everything you need is going to be there.
I love how the collegiate scene for MLBB here in the Philippines has gotten a lot of opportunities, especially since last year. It's been great.
Yeah, and also, speaking of opportunities for them, there's also opportunities for the women MLBB players out there. The Athena Cup is happening right now. This is an exclusive league for the female pro players, and it's also the official MLBB qualifier for the Women's Invitational.
Happy Women's Month. The tournament has already started. It's running up until May 27th. I was watching the broadcast this morning just to get into the groove of things, get back into MLBB esports spirit. Let's also support the growing league that empowers more women to be esports pros.
Can't wait to see kind of who's going to be representing, of course, the Philippines out there in the future. But of course, I think the favorite right now still is it the Omega Empresses,
Defending champions.
The defending champions. You know, still looking pretty strong. But before we move on to Game 2, we're going to have another all-access pass. Let's go ahead and throw it over there.
Maraming salamat sa ating mga casters. Ano? Ito yung mga nangyayari dito sa MPL Arena. First off, 9 minutes and 56 seconds. What an exciting first game, right, Hans?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Can't wait to see Game 2. But before that, we're so blessed to have none other than Joshi Cakes with us today. Also, MDL caster, by the way. How's MDL so far, Joshi Cakes?
Okay lang naman at kakatapos lang ng group stages. We're going in through the seeding stage next week. So, abangan nyo lahat yan.
Alam mo, gusto ko ring malaman yung kasi first time mo ba mag-on-ground streamer?
Yes, first time.
Now, how does it feel like? Kasi nakikita ko, nagsistream ka naman palagi.
Oo.
Pero anong kinaibahan nito ngayon?
Iba yung feeling dito. Una sa lahat, sa lamig ng venue, tapos sa init ng bakbakan, baka magkasakit kayo. Joke lang, hindi. Baka kasi, sa tindi ng mga laban dito, tsaka yung tindi ng ugong ng fans and everything, iba yung experience kesa dun sa bahay lang ako nag-stream.
Sobrang exciting talaga, di ba? So, do you want to invite them to watch you? You're the on-ground restreamer today. First game pa lang, marami pa silang aabangan. Please invite them.
Ayan, so ongoing pa rin ang match number 1. Kakatapos lang ng game 1. At kung kakatingin nyo lang, tama ang nakikita nyo, 1-0 lamang ang Omega dito sa laban kontra sa Twisted Minds. So, noon tayo lahat.
Okay, quick run lang, quick run. Twisted ba o Omega?
Omega!
Oh, talaga.
Omega 2-1. He loves the spirit. Caster ka rin ng MDL, so imbitahan mo naman sila.
Every Tuesdays to Thursdays, manood kayo ng MPL Philippines Season 5 dahil bago yung format, so mas matitinding laban ang aabangan natin.
Tama nga ba si Joshi Cakes? 2-1, Omega win. Yan ang aabangan natin. Casters, what do you think? Over to you.
I am wondering, which one is it? I know the Baby Cakes duo. What about the Josh Cakes duo?
It's a one-man duo.
Yeah.
He's a one-man duo?
Who is Joshi and who is Cakes?
Who is Josh and who is Cakes?
He is both him.
He is him.
They are him.
They are him. Big shout out to Josh Cakes, of course, one of the MDL talents here in the Philippines. He is over here live with us, restreaming, of course. So go ahead and check out his live stream.
Did he say 2-1?
He said 2-1 Omega.
Yeah.
So that means, according to
According to Josh
Mr. Cakes,
Or is
it
it
goes.
what here?
I feel like Mr. Joshi, that's a... You know what, I'm not even going to say that's a little bit generous. Again, like I was telling you guys that Super Yoshi just really popped off of that game number 1. That Florin, as weird as it is, really could have worked, but Super Yoshi just said no.
Well, you know who didn't say no? Niall. Because we got a little update from MPL ID
Yup.
here.
Can you play XP, son?
He didn't say no. He's like, I got it. Onic ID debuts Niall in the XP lane.
Gas, bang, gas.
Oh, guys, man.
Well, I guess they're 1-1 right now against Geek.
Yeah.
So it's not working.
So yeah, so I'm assuming based on the headline, he won one game.
I also like how things have been going quite crazy in Indonesia.
A little dealer.
Yeah, it's a little geeler.
Little Geeler.
It's crazy how even in Indonesia, it's like Onyx as an organization so far in the season has just
Like,
been
what's going
struggling. Yeah, it's been a struggle for the Hedgehogs.
A lot of people are asking to make it make sense.
Yeah.
It's a constant question about Onyx, whether in Indonesia or here. When's our fellow Malaysians starting their MPL?
Well, they're the last, I think, in
Are they
the
the last?
schedule.
Oh, they're the last? Okay. So there's no new one starting this week. So, but what is game 2 just around the corner, and it is going to be Twisted Minds going over to the blue side.
And they were already on blue side
They
to
were.
begin. So
Yeah.
that means, if I'm not mistaken, Coach Lembo and Coach Stab have figured a way to take control of the draft in red.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to find out. We're going to hope to see if Joshy Cakes' prediction comes through this too. If that's the case, we get to a game 3. But there's no Chantel and Brigida here, so let's hope for the best. It's a Phobius right away is what they go for.
Yeah, that's a panic button press if I've ever seen one. But at this point, that's the only choice that they had.
To be fair, man, like if I played against that game earlier, I'd be like, you know what? I also want the Phobius this
So
time.
do they go Grand Joy?
Yes, Granger Joy should work out.
Yeah,
And so he was gone. So that leaves like Hayabusa or even an Alpha for Twisted Minds. They can go Matilda Alpha here. Matilda Alpha Phobius together are a pretty nasty combo.
That's so good.
Right?
Very nice.
I like that.
Very nice.
Hopefully they consider it. Twisted Minds, though, something that we've noticed about them since week number 1, since last week, blue side, they're not a fatty team. So I think that's why Omega are happy to continue picking red, because they know that Twisted Minds are gonna ban the fanny.
Well, to be fair, game 2 they let Twisted Minds pick red.
Yeah.
Omega was home.
Yeah.
So they're fine. So we're not seeing Matilda.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah, it's an Aerosol show. Excuse me, the Matilda was banned out by Omega.
Oh yeah,
so
there it is.
Yeah.
I got too excited. It's still the same bands.
I also wanted to see it though.
Yeah, right? Because you got convinced too, but
A little tingly.
Twisted Minds will go over the Cho again. Makes sense up against the Joy. Whether they're gonna be putting it in the mid again or
Let's not put it in the middle.
You don't want to see. Yeah, they won't have the
I
Joy
don't.
or the Harith anymore, so I think
Yeah.
they need to put it in roll.
They have to, like, I would much rather prefer they put it in the Rome, put a traditional mage in the mid lane. Let that happen. Because over here to round out that first phase, now you've got it there, the Badang coming through.
Likely a Lewis pick.
Likely a Lewis pick here.
Messiah Badang.
I think he is Bisaya.
He is.
Yeah, the Sabana Prodigy. So, but now taken out. So Omega go into the second phase with a flex pick. Usually, though, the Badangs have ended up in the EXP.
Technically, in this case, so is the Cho, right? Like, they could end up putting it in the mid again.
I agree with you. Maybe not. Let's not see it again anymore.
Well, there was a time when Phobius would go to the mid too, remember?
Right.
There was a time.
Even Glue. That was like in the same season we saw Phobius and a Glue mid because of how fast they can clear and then quickly invade like level 2. So Omega take out, they're still respecting the Selena on the side of Omega. And of course respect on the Ruby, but now Twisted Minds, will they have to commit a Ruby Jawhead ban for their first phase? Because they can park the Padang and EXP then have the Jawhead roam too.
Which is definitely one way to kind of... Hold up! Wait a minute, is that H2O? John Paul Salonga in the building?
What is he doing here?
Alongside a mustachio Dochman.
He's been running, by the way. A big shout out to him. He's been on that running era.
Yeah.
He's been competing in a lot of like 10Ks.
Wait, H2?
Yeah.
Oh, is that maybe that's why he got a savage in the first week of MPL Philippines
Yeah.
with that link?
Yes,
Great
sir.
cardio.
Great cardio.
Nothing
Hey,
to do with the game, but he's always been good at the leg.
stay healthy, your mind stays healthy, right? That's what he's doing. Last man here.
Hope will find a way.
Oh,
Okay.
They're letting the JH through. I was gonna say that's one way to put down Super Yoshi is to keep him away from these proactive, hyper-aggressive roamers.
Eve is still open. It would be a great pickup for Omega. They could go Eve Jawhead with their last 2 picks. If they're not gonna go for the Jawhead route, I wonder if they'll consider the
A Faramir.
Faramir. Didn't think about that.
Back.
Oh no, rather not burst.
This is going to be Eve Farsa. Is that what we're going to see here?
Burst first.
Guess a Granger and Joy. I think Eve is gonna be risky. Oh, what?
No, what?
What?
Double debut, Alice Angela.
Our minds are twisted.
The nightmare of many a ranked game players.
Oh man, I've seen the Angelas pop up again lately.
Is this so? Wait, hold up. Is this another mid-Cho?
I think so.
It feels like
So is
it.
this-
Yeah.
Yeah, Jungle Alice.
Twisted Minds are trying to run it back. They're really trying to make Jungle Alice a roam healer and a mid fighter work again. I'm not gonna knock it. At least they're trying to find their identity. And Omega with a great pickup. I like the Edith for longer engagements.
Oh.
And it's a roam badang actually with the
What a
getting.
swerve! It's not a Bisaya Badang. It's a Cebuano Edith.
Sabuano Edith. Okay. I don't know. This time around that you have at least, is Alice in the jungle still going to work well? Like, is this still going to be viable
It's gonna
right
take
now?
time, good sir.
Yeah.
Like, this is going to take a while, and they didn't have a while earlier. They
Not
had
at
10
all.
minutes.
They had under 10
They had under
minutes.
10 minutes. This kind of makes me nervous, Renmar.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while. I mean, the thing about the lineup of Omega though is that the gold link quickly scales, the Joy quickly scales, but you don't really think of Badang as a super heavy invade type. I think they should be okay.
No. The thing about Badang is he has confirmed CC.
Well, as confirmed as it gets.
It's just confirmed that again. And you see how quickly they picked up that Edith, right?
Yeah.
The answer to the seemingly out of nowhere Angela Alice. Omega
Welcome
knows
to
what's up.
Mobile Legends.
Oh man, make it make sense right now to all of us. We're gonna jump into the game here once again. Land of Dawn. It's the best of 3 right now. Will we get to 3 games with this interesting lineup? 2 double debut picks now for Twisted Minds. It's been a minute since we've seen the Alice now in the hands of MP the King, and now over on the other side for Smart Omega. Oh, Haji.
Haji once more in the same spot he was in game 1, forcing a flicker out of Big J.
How do you keep getting caught out without his mid? I mean, I get that the Escalera is holding out a different area, but I think they really have to think about sticking closer more because it even happened in the last one where Escalera went downside, the Haji went a little bit up, and he got poked down.
Yeah, I think I'm wondering if Haji's going to be able to go ahead and kind of adjust his gameplay, this time, because he wasn't able to do much in the previous one. But now that you have an Angela on your side, maybe that's going to make him allowed to be a little more aggressive. At least 2, you have Phobius to be that front line for you when James decides to join some of those fights. So maybe the idea here, or the perspective for Hajizi will change.
Was that really the problem in game 1? Was
Yeah, I mean,
it not
it was one
enough
of the
shields and heal on a singular dude?
I mean, one of the, and also the huge scythe, just dragging him in. With
Yeah,
a
I think that was the bigger problem, though.
And they figured it out, right? They
Yeah.
solved it by banning it out.
Yeah, but this time he's not. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to deal with that too much.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm leaning a little bit more towards it. They should be okay,
It would make sense. But now that we're waiting for this first turtle fight to break out, we'll see if it actually ends up working.
All right.
They're gonna blitz it.
Smart Omega not giving Twisted Minds any quarter, securing that first turtle like it's nothing.
Alice takes a while.
Yeah. Part of me is thinking that Hajizi didn't need to stand up there and show himself, but at the same time, it also delayed it somewhat. Instead of getting like a clear cut, all right, let's just rush this, there was a few moments of them thinking about, hey, let's slow it down. Maybe Haji might be able to steal it away, which I think we've seen from time to time throughout the world of MLBB, where if you mistime the first turtle, a Cho with a concussive blast can actually take it away.
Yeah, it could pop off, but right now...
Oh, this is bad.
Yeah, this is... Oh, no. Super Yoshi isn't level 4 yet, but...
Finds one, compromises the Magic Man, pops him. Andoryu, the Nightmare, draws first blood. Now Hajizi has to repair the situation.
I wonder if Escalator just chose not to use Flicker.
I
Or
was wondering the same thing.
it's like he accepted his fate,
It's
right?
like, yeah, I'm dead.
Yeah, I'm dead, man. Me using my Flicker here would be a waste. And Luis is actually able to take the Scaled Lizard away that MP the King was trying to steal in the jungle of Omega. So Omega's still slowly finding more wins again.
Yeah, they are, and you know, it hasn't been too action-packed just yet, but for the most part, this might be another situation where Twisted Minds just has to be able to go ahead and utilize what they have now. With James, you know, staying mostly in the XP lane, that's going to come from their mid lane trio, and I'm just wondering if they got to wait for Hajizi to go for a pickoff, and then MP can join some of those fights. Oh, ugly.
Feather airstrike, blasting out, playing into Kingdom Come. That's 3 cores, finding the former team captain of the MPL Championship squad.
No info, no comms. Whose call was it for Outplay to walk into that shop? Because you saw him thinking about it. It's like, there could be someone here. Someone at that moment should have just gone and told Outplay, don't risk it.
Yeah, and he even popped the sprint too, and he just got obliterated at that point. So, you know, those minor things like that in this early portion of the game are obviously going to stack up and just kind of give this advantage to Smart Omega. Now that the turtle's up here, look at the positioning as they start pulling this one out.
This is a 5v4. The punches, catches one, knocks up James and serves up a kill to Jome, and suddenly they're down a man. Twisted Minds pulling out of this turtle contest.
I'm wondering why Twisted Minds are making these calls. I know they just wanted to check, but at that point, you're not going to heavily contest it. There's a high chance that Omega has already held the key shrubs. Why are Twisted Minds walking into things that they shouldn't be walking into?
And what is a Phobius when he's blasted like that? You know, the surprising factor is that he just got taken out so quickly, and now they're going to lose that turret top side while the rest of Smart Omega goes in and just kind of corners himself up here. And you can see how much of a struggle it is to actually find an angle to enter from.
Yeah.
Whoa,
there
the
it is.
flicker coming in, answered by a punch and a blast from the skies. Artillery coming through from Omega, and MP the King finally online, taking out Super Yoshi. The punish by Twisted Minds. They're sapping the knockup. Down goes Lewis, down goes Ukir. 3 for 1 the trade. Twisted Minds.
Andoryu.
In comes Andoryu, blasting him. Show him as well with the backup blast. And Twisted Minds pushed out. It's not over. They're still going.
Wow.
Andoryu taking down a bit, and Joe pushing them back. Big J, this is dangerous.
They use so many resources there, though, too, for that fight.
And Twisted Minds were waiting. They were waiting for MP the King to get his first item. That was the right call. They found the right angle. They had the ultimate, the hard guard up on that Alice. You see that James was able to go in, avoid some stuff, and the entry by MP the King powered up by that Alice. And Twisted Minds decided to go for the chase. Good use as well of the Dark Wave by James to help secure kills. Andoryu!
Oh no, MP the King, he's singing the Blood Ode coming through, and the Heart Guard, he's going in, he's singing to them, come on over, Omega, we might have did a lot of damage to ya. Super Yoshi falls, the back, pushing him back, it's just Hajizi who goes down, double kill for MP the King. Now Big J's up next, we can go in, gets hit, blood flow, triple kill.
Man, you sounded like Jome there.
He is definitely showing up as the king, as Leo goes for his big time with the pipes while doing the play-by-play. Twisted Minds, they were biding their time, they were waiting, and they were waiting for the power spike of the Alice. But Omega can still contest this turtle.
Andoryu looking for the steal, Lord down to a 5th of its health, a 10th retribution rage. MP the King secures Ukir with a
Lockdown.
strike. Down goes Hajizi, he's still singing, everything is a heart go after him. Down goes Andoryu, Lewis as well, very low. Twisted Minds gets one more. Yoshi punching his way out of this. All crossbows by Outplayed. Down goes Yosh. It's all twisted.
I think Smart Omega has had their minds twisted with this lineup they're facing against now. It seems like just in an instant, Now this lineup has cooked and it's gotten to this point.
Oh, Mr. Joshy and Sir Cakes. They're calling it right. It looks like we might actually see a game number 3. In terms of the gold lead, though, still very close. It's a 1K gold lead now for the Alice, who went... He's going full sustain here. Clock of Destiny, they go for the Dominance Ice as well, and now Oracle's going to be the next item built up by MP the King.
Oh man, this is looking like one of those situations now for Smart Omega that they're trying to tackle the amount of sustain or the amount of tankiness that this lineup brings to the table from Twisted Minds here.
More now than ever, I hate to say the obvious, but they need to build up that anti-heal, man. MP the King has become a menace.
More Dominance Ices there on the side of Omega. See, Halberds, anything just to reduce the healing. And Twisted Minds, they can continue this aggression. And they will.
Oh, Hajizi finds one, throws Lewis into the rest of them. Feathered airstrike by Ook here, out of range. Calls for another hard guard. MPL super. Yoshi fails to find him and stop him. MP the King gets shut down. Stop the goddamn singing. And takes 2 down. Straight up for Super Yoshi. Now goes outplayed. Andorio running for his life. Hajizi shuts him down though. But Hajizi pays the iron price. And it's just Escalera. Jojo, where you going? Season 9 rookie of the season. Surviving, but just barely.
Omega. The Nightmare shows up against Twisted Minds. Oh, look at Escalera.
The two-step.
Oh, the two-step. Like he was in the Super Bowl, sidestepping the feathered airstrikes.
Oh man.
Are you really gonna do it? And he did.
He did at that point. When Smart Omega brought it back into this game. And now, with the Lord up, they're going to kind of work on what they can. Look at this now. There is a Siba Halbert now available. Jome had that. Maybe he picked it up earlier on, but that did help them. You know, they got 1 Dominance Ice there. So that was enough to go ahead and help win that fight.
Hold this. Twisted Mind needs to hold this position right now. This is very good for them. James, Hajizi, just juggle around those mid-shrubs, but do not go back. Hold on to that.
Okay, we'll see this. Lord being held on to. Hajizi gives some of the information. They'll pull off for now. Gonna go ahead and wait for this too. You still can keep Escalera managing that wave at bot. You can just show up with a hard guard here. So junglers will go grab the buffs.
Yeah, and you see that Omega are actually respecting the entry of MP the King more. So the very hyper-aggressive MP the King that we saw needs to dial down just a little bit. Hajizi trying to go for Andorio.
And they're going to burst Hajizi. He goes down. The blood flow thrown up by MP the King. Asking for that hard guard. Get into me, please. And the punch by Super Yoshi. Back. And the rope and don't the flow into the turret. Underneath Ukir, flying around, does not have the better strike. Lewis going to survive. Just 1 more second outplayed ends him.
Wow, what a response. So Haji and Lewis down, so neither team might not be able to commit on the Lord just yet, but this is showcasing just how neck and neck it is right now in this game too.
1 for 1 the trade. James checks into where Super Yoshi is, and Andorio holding this brush. Turtle, nay, Lord standing, and there's the Blood Ode, and the Heart Guard. Outplayed goes down. MP the King still singing, taking down Jome. The Blood Ode, the remix. The deluxe edition, down goes Ukir as well.
What I feel like I'm watching? I feel like I'm watching Oh My Escalera with MP the King Wise right now. I think what I'm seeing, 717, we talked about this. Twisted Minds were potentially teasing, bringing back some older style, twisting the narrative of the meta now, and they've done it with this Alice-Angela combination, and they're continuing
And they're
it too.
still going. MP the King keeping Lewis in check, gets that stun off of the heart on the strings on Escalera. Does not get the kill though, backing off. I think they have to respect the fact that down bottom, Andorio's making some way.
And he's trying to push that in. So they got to be able to respect it. Now, yeah, Lewis didn't go down, but he did burn the flicker, which isn't usually an important tool for that surprise factor when it comes to contesting for the Lord. So he doesn't have that. So now you got to rely maybe on the rest of the team to just blitz this. And that looks like that's going to be the plan here.
Lord here, down to 1/3 of its health. The kick onto 1. Super Yoshi still alive.
Whoa.
They catch him with a break. Down goes Hajizi. In comes MP the King. Yoshi bites it. The turtle goes to the barangay. And Lewis goes down. They're singing. They're dancing. They're keeping him on a string. Andorio getting caught underneath tier 1. He gets blasted. Blood flow from MP the King. He gets a winner crown. Survives, but only for a second longer. Ukir gets a shot down.
I still think that's a win for Twisted Minds. They take down 3. They'll be able to stop this Lord in the bottom lane. They get the tower and mid. Twisted. Omega seem to be playing with fire right now in terms of going for the aggressive engagements, countering back right away, and just waiting and seeing if they can live long enough to take down the Alice, which is so far, the answer is no. Twisted Minds have been winning engagements like these.
Yeah, even this fight here, as we look at the replay, good for Andoryu to go and get that, but this was the cost of him and some of the rest of the Smart Omega lineup. They are going to have to deal with that Lord, so they will be able to get this mid-turret finally down, maybe even the tier 2 from there. Super Yoshi goes and looks for his own cutoff angle if they can find it. But ultimately, it's still neck and neck. Either team can really pull through with this. Lord just nearly down. It'll finally get taken out here. So for Smart Omega, they've dealt with that sustainability. They dealt with that combination of the Angela coming through with MP. How do they deal with it? Looking at the items here.
One of the biggest problems right now for Twisted Minds is their lack of burst, which Omega has in spades already. 3 items for the Farsa, 3 items for the Joy, and the burst that Omega can deal has actually been responding, or has been a relatively okay response to the raw sustainability that Twisted Minds has.
Which is impressive given how much of an absolute unit MP the King is.
Yeah.
Omega are maintaining their proactive streak.
Oh, they want to fight this? Super Yoshi.
Yoshi for one, gets the kick, the feathered airstrike, they're trying to take down Hajizi. Super Yoshi flickers back out, forcing out a heart guard from Escalera. Now in comes MP the King. Oh, doesn't get the engagement they're looking for. Nobody wants to listen to that song.
Oh, they're going to chase him. I think they're going to go in and try to catch Andoryu.
Oh, Andoryu gets a bump in on the strings on him. Can he close the gap? Can he break it off? Gets stunned, but goes through the wall. Not enough of space for Twisted to capitalize.
Wow, what a game. But little by little, we're actually starting to see Omega turn the tides. That was them who pulled Twisted Minds into that engagement. It became a big rope-a-dope, which eventually Twisted Minds actually got to respond to well, which is why you just saw a big bunch of nothing. Sorry to be blunt, happen there. But Twisted Minds and Omega both look very ready. As cliche as it sounds, it's going to boil down to the execution. Now, Super Yoshi, though, actually built up the Brute Force breastplate, which means that he should be a little bit more annoying now for Twisted Minds to deal with.
Okay, you can see this Hajizi looking for a pick.
And he does get the kick, and in comes the rest of him. He finds Ukir, a key member of Smart Omega. And now MP the King with Escalera and gonna tear apart Barangay Omega. And it may be too late. It may have just been over. As it down goes 4, Andoryu can't even take the Lord.
Hajizi with the kick of the century, or at least the game right there.
Got the perfect target. We talked about the magic burst, and they dealt with the raw magic burst. The Farsa can dish out. Andoryu left in the map, and he can only pop the century, as Twisted Minds will be able to get the second Lord of the game without a problem. They have a lot to work with in terms of pushing. They should be able to take down at most 2 inhibitor turrets in the base of Omega with this upcoming Lord push.
Great job securing that objective offer after a decisive team fight. Retribution.
Andoryu looking for this free kill. Escalera gets out of dodge. Heart guard into a far-flung ally.
Okay, they're going to try to go for this. I'm not sure if they're going to follow up.
Whoa.
They know the rest of the team possibly here, so James won't pull the trigger on it. So they have to deal with the Lord here.
Wow. Let's see, Twisted Minds going for the slow push. They're letting the minion waves handle the bot. They're going to be focusing at the center of the map as MP the King steals the purple buff away. The Lord will slow push up top. Nice push right now by Twisted Minds. They've manipulated the map well. They also have another minion wave coming in through mid, so they'll be able to take down that second tower eventually.
Clean chubby wave down bottom, synchronizing it to its full potential. I love what Twisted Minds has done.
Yeah, this point, this is the test for Smart Omega to be able to go ahead and defend against this one and not lose the game.
Hajizi coming in, the flicker and the kick, answering to Super Yoshi, but Joan blasts the KDA machine. And now there's a Lord coming into the base. Lewis holding on the front lines. Omega holding on as well. They keep the rest of Twisted Minds. The fade down goes outplayed. The Lord still standing. In comes Super Yoshi, puts up another wall behind him. Ukir and Joan blasted away. Down goes Escalera. It's just MP and James. The King has fallen. It's all come crumbling down for Twisted Minds.
And the barangay will have a base defense and an opportunity maybe to turn it around.
Super Yoshi and Endor, you were locked in, making sure that they would find outplayed. Super Yoshi got outplayed in the fist break and fist crack. My question is, why didn't MP the King flowing blood out sooner? I think he tried to, but I think there were just times where he was actually micro-stunned by Omega at the right time, just when he decided to flowing blood out.
Renmar, I reckon that's exactly what it is. It's so much easier to say, hey, just get out of there. But how can you when there's a buff Malaysian hero punching you into a wall?
Punching him into a wall, and then Andoru comes through to clean up. So ultimately, it's a base defense. They still lost 2 turrets, though. So for Twisted Minds off of that Lord, it might have been a win angle, but it wasn't because of that team fight and because of the way that Smart Omega handled it. Ultimately, it leads to 30 seconds away from the next Lord. And so far from what we've seen in the team fights, Twisted Minds seems to still have that advantage when it comes to go ahead and going face-to-face against Smart Omega. The big thing here is having those flickers available when this Lord is up, and then hoping that Ukir doesn't get picked off again by Hajizi, because he's also going to be going for that pick, that kick again.
That one was the 500,000 peso kick, man.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. I don't know how he found Ukir, if Ukir was expecting for Hajizi to find him, but look at this.
Oh.
Andori tried another one, forces a flicker out of the Magician.
That's something that Omega can actually think about in the next engagement. Okay, Strong. Athena Shield already for the Phobies along with the Winter Crown. Blood Wings for Escalera. Fully built is the Joy along with the Alice, who decided to go for the Ice Queen wand as well. Great itemization by both teams. Hajizi just built up an immortality.
Ooh, Omega looking to burst down this Lord and then decides to hold out on it. That's a massive reset.
He'll hold it for now. Also, again, keep an eye on Okir. If he's caught by Hajizi, and that's why you have Super Yoshi playing so up front to make sure that Ukir can stay on the backside and just hopefully to fire off. He's only got the Wings by Wings and the Flicker for defense. So right now, they start up the Lord again. They're going to blitz it.
Oh, they're looking like they're going to the point of no return, and they do get it, and they're coming in. Super Yoshi commits his flicker, the kick by Hajizi, the hard guard by MP the King. They've given up on it, unless Super Yoshi getting away with it. Run, Yoshi, run! But Twisted Minds gonna finish the job here.
What the way?
They're taking their time.
Oh, no way! There's no way!
Yoshi!
Oh, the retreat, that's it.
Retribution here
Right?
by MP the King.
Oh, what?
Yoshi dashes
He's dead, he's
through.
dead.
He gets it one. Surviving.
What the heck? Super Yoshi!
There's no way! Yoshi's living! This is impossible! Lewis, MP the King, Ukir, down goes MP! The impossible! Gun down top!
Give this guy the MVP right now, because how did he survive that?
That was criminal! A kick by Hajizi, defending like it's his last!
He has been a revelation so far for the Barangay, who are marching towards what could be victory, as it's only 4 members for Twisted Minds remaining.
Not to mention they got an Evolved Lord on their side. MP nowhere to be seen. Hajizi keeping up the front lines. James as well. Feather Airstrike coming through. Immortality about down bottom. Super Yoshi finds another. The clutch gene in the stand is undeniable. Haji down. Outplayed down. Escalera down. The rest of Twisted Minds full. A sweep for Barangay Smart Omega.
The smooth moves from Super Yoshi will bring the win to Smart Omega for the sweep.
Super Yoshi. He's going to be the highlight for sure. If he doesn't get MVP, I will understand. If he gets MVP, I will say that is right. What a win by Omega in what was a very good game between them and Twisted Minds.
There's something in the water in that boot camp in Marikina City. They feed and nurture these players with something else. The last time I saw a sure kill turn into a play like that was in the hands of Shinoa, the Savage Empress. I could have sworn she was dead, and then turns it around, gets 5 kills.
Oh, man.
Super Yoshi was slithering like a snake. The shields. We need a snake for him. If we got Jack Lewis the Mamba, we need to come up with a snake for him. What is he? A rattlesnake? A viper? A king cobra?
The Viper.
The Viper, Super Yoshi, because he even got outplayed there again. Who had the Angela ult on him?
And
he couldn't defend it.
the team left because they're like, yeah, he's dead. It's a sacrifice. And then you see him when he was rotating back up and pulling it off. They're like, hold on, we gotta go help him out.
That's very Barangay Omega from Super Yoshi, their latest recruit. Never say die.
Oh, man.
He's also a J-Lord, right?
Cedric J-Lord,
He's a
yes.
Cedric J-Lord.
This
Cedric
young
J-Lord.
man.
Wow. Wow.
That was impressive.
That's him right there.
Is that her? Is that his sister?
Yeah, I think
My
that's
super
his family.
my super Kuriyoshi. That's his family.
Oh, that's adorable.
I'm so glad they got to witness that because
Yeah.
that was a wow. That was a because up to that point, it was relatively again 50-50 for whatever team wins that, right?
Oh, so
and then they
slippery.
blitz, yeah, and then they blitz the Lord. So
shields.
great job there. Let's go ahead and throw over to our winners interview over on stage.
Beautiful start. Hard-fought match. Your winners, Smart Omega! You know, Jamie, ibang klaseng laban na yun. That's
Ibang
all I
klase
gotta say.
talaga, Hans. Hindi na umabot ng Game 3.
Hindi na nila hinayaan. And it's probably because of this guy. Super Yoshi, naparaming nagpunta dito para sumuporta. And they were very happy. Or those are your family, those are your relatives. Maybe ask, I want to know kung ano ba tumatakbo sa isip mo during that last play on that top side. Kasi ikaw na yung hinahabol ng lahat. Ikaw na lang yung halos natitira. Ano bang nangyayari doon?
Wala, ang habol ko lang naman doon, parang ko lang alis, parang di siya makaretry, ganun. Pero di ko expect mabuhay pa ako doon.
Tsaka yung usual kasi na highlight nang gagaling sa Assassins, Lancelot, Hayabusa. Pero ito hindi, badang yung gamit niya eh. Di ba? It's totally different. So, again, congratulations. Ito na ba yung ine-expect natin na performance from Smart Omega? Saan ba to nanggaling? Or bakit hindi namin to nakita the past 2 weeks? Maybe Coach Nap
Oh,
can
Coach,
answer it.
do you want to take that question, Coach?
Yeah, Coach.
Tama. Sabi ni Jom kasi, ito pa lang yung week 1 namin.
Oh, narinig ko yun.
Ito
Gusto ko
pala
yun.
Ito pa lang yung start.
ang week 1 ng Omega. I love that answer. I love
Quote
that
and
answer.
unquote, sabi ni Joem, week 3 na pala, week 1 pa kami.
Ayan, si
So,
Joem nagsabi,
kitang-kita na yung lakas nyo, no? Adore you, I wanna talk to you naman. So, eto na ba? Tuloy-tuloy na ba ang pagpanalo ng Smart Omega? What do you think? Kasi week 1 nyo to. Panalo, first win of the season. Do we expect you to win some more games?
Manalo kami pag pinagbigyan kami ng Aurora.
Oh, so feeling ko yun yung inaabangan nila na laro. Aurora naman next.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, I like seeing it. Andorio, I'm gonna be asking you a different question. Narinig mo na siguro yung like duos ng league, right? Narinig mo na siguro yung Baby Cakes, yung Zaizen. Dito ba sa team nyo, kung ikaw ang papipiliin, lumayo kayo ng tingin. Huwag kayo lumayo ng tingin. Sino ang parang may idea ka na kung sino yung duo. Sino ba ang duo ng team nyo ngayon?
Si Yoshi saka si Joe.
Si Yoshi tsaka si
Yoshi
Joe.
and
Magtabi
Joe.
nga kayo. Magtabi naman kayo.
O, sa gitna nga, Yoshi
Boys,
and
pasintabi
Joel.
muna. Ayan ang bago.
Kabarangay,
Ay!
come on!
My God, okay.
Okay. So kung may mga pangalan yung
Oo.
ibang duos natin, Baby Cakes, KO Nection, Kite Brothers, Yoshi, and Joem, ano yung pangalan ng
Oo.
duo nyo?
Anong pangalan ng duo, Andorio?
Super Joem daw.
Beauty and the
Ikaw, what do
Beast.
you think,
Beauty
Adorio?
and the Beast.
Beauty and
Beauty
the
and the
Beast.
Beast! Nako, grabe naman!
Okay.
Yung Baby
Alam-
Cakes, Hans, tinanong ko
Oo,
yun. Sino
tinanong,
si Baby,
sino
sino
si
si
Cakes?
Cakes? Pero ayokong tanungin ngayon kung sino
You
si
know what?
Beauty.
Tanungin
sino-
pa rin natin,
Okay.
sino si Beauty, tsaka sino si Beast, Andorio?
Si Joe yung Beauty. Long hair.
Okay. Si Joe Mang Beauty, payag ba? Payag? Okay lang. Okay lang.
Okay.
Pwede na. At nabuo sa araw na ito ang Beauty and the Beast. Once again, your winners, Smart Omega! Congratulations, boys. You may now take your walk of victory.
Amazing. Congrats.
And gentlemen, you may now take your bow. Ibang klase ang Omega. We've heard it from the coaching staff kanina. Mas agresibong barangay ang ating na-witness. as they get their first win.
We really saw it come into play, Hans. Diba sabi nila sa interview nyo with Coach, talagang magiging aggressive sila today and that was showcased during the first 2 games. Hindi na nga umabot ng Game 3, diba?
Hindi na pinaabot ng Beauty and the Beast. Sila nagsabi niya na, I wonder what our casters think of this match.
Well, I thought you were going to ask us, Hans, about what we thought about that moniker for that duo. What are we feeling?
I'm with it.
I think same reaction as Joe with the moment he heard that. He was just like,
He was the beauty.
He's the
though.
beauty.
yeah.
Beautiful locks.
Yeah, he's got the locks, man.
I think he's the only guy who has locks like that in MLBB esports.
He does, and it's funny because why don't they put that on his picture?
He's the only one who can pull it off, man.
He is. Actually, that's true. Because also, over across from him, this is the beast right here, right? Super Yoshi, the MVP with the Badang. 0, 6, and 18. And none of it, yeah, this is all great. But if you missed it, go watch how he just survived in that last little team fight.
Is that green item right there between the Thunderbelt and the Brute Force Breastplate? The Oracle was coming in big time there at the end. All those dashes, the little activations of the abilities of the Badang, giving him the shield to survive long enough. But this was a very competitive game. You can't take that away from Twisted Minds. They were waiting for the right timing for MP the King to get his Clock of Destiny. And then once he got that, once Twisted Minds could find the right engagement, they went ahead and just kept going forward. So you really can't knock them for their execution, except for when they tried to end the game. That's when it might have gotten a little bit too, I hate using the pun, but twisted for Twisted Minds, because they were so excited to end the game, they forgot the age-old principle of focus on the hero first before going all in, trying to end it. And Omega, we saw that they were waiting for their time to have the anti-heal, but their anti-heal items can actually just do so much. Omega won this off of a Twisted Minds mistake.
They needed to pull one out of the pocket, and boy, oh boy, did they have the perfect move for it. And by they, I mean Super Yoshi. Y'all, just watch closely, all right? I'll be damned if I remember the last time I saw something like this in play. And like a Viper, game 1, you never knew when he was going to bite. I'm offended. Game 2, you never know how slippery exactly Super Yoshi is.
Yeah.
And on a Baldang nonetheless. This hero has 1 dash, mind you. Just 1 dash, and he made it seem like he had infinite.
Yeah, in the entire siege there, Super Yoshi got off 3 fist break walls. And that's 1 dash, activating the shield.
That's literally on point. Like somehow, dude. What? And I don't know. What does this mean for Badang? Like, does he need to be does he need to be adjusted? Even him, he's like probably. Wow, did I just
Can't believe I got away with that.
So much cooldown reduction. In the base siege, his fist break got outplayed, and in their own base siege to end and win the game, he got outplayed with the fist break. He deserved that MVP.
Yeah, I mean, even with that, like you mentioned, in that last base defense where it looked like Twisted Minds was going to win that game, he did go ahead and find outplayed and allowed Andoru to come sweep in and get the kill, and they, it was a successful defense, which all kind of, it was like a quick slope. It felt really kind of weird for Twisted Minds because you're like, okay, they're in a well position to go ahead and end this game, and then all of a sudden, it's like all the momentum, and we've been talking about momentum for this whole series, was just gone, like in an instant, and then things fell apart from there.
Yeah, at one point when Super Yoshi built up the Brute Force Breastplate, well, we mentioned that, he's going to be a little bit more annoying to deal with. Again, this is, I think, we're reminded as to why Badang has risen up the ranks for a lot of pro players. The amount of cooldown reduction you can get, how quickly you can get that instant crowd control, bringing out the fist break, it's just so much to deal with. And even if he doesn't get the fist breaks, the shields that he can give for himself, again, we're reminded why Badang is so good for pro players right now.
This is a perfect example of it's not what you got, it's how you use it. Twisted Minds draft had infinite potential. They were controlling the map, they were taking fights out, they can robo no better than Omega. But at the end of the day, I think Omega made the right call, and they had the perfect player to execute such a game-winning plot twist. So, again, it took them, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
They still got the dub.
They still got the win, and also, looking at this too, it was, Andoru's going to be the BPI rich guy here, and for him, for the most part, he had to really do work because you got to remember when they were losing some of those fights or some of the space around the map, he was the guy pushing on the other side of the map and at least putting pressure where he could, and which all led up to these statistics here for his gold distribution.
Yeah, the minions, jungle creeps, kills and assists, paints a very clear story. And the numbers back it up with what Nice has said.
Yeah, he's almost farmed up as much in the minions as he has jungle creeps.
Yeah.
And that's as a jungler. So that means he's done massive work on the map.
He was everywhere, and I think anytime we really look at the junglers that like to go with the Joy, and it does pop up quite often right now in the current meta, it's really about how much work you're able to do across the map. Even if you've watched some of the most prolific Joy players, they're constantly busy, and they also know the right time to join those fights. And again, I think when you look at pressure they're putting on the map, but then they join those objectives or the team fights at the right point after it's been initiated, and that's again what Super Yoshi did so well for the team. That's how it all ends up working out. So again, I think this was what we needed to see and what we were asking to see from both these teams, but for specifically here for Smart Omega, they were all synchronized as a team here.
I don't know if this is going to be sad, but I feel like if someone asks the question, how come TWIS and Minds lost to Omega? Why did they get swept? You can actually just answer it with Super Yoshi.
For both games?
For both games.
100%. So what do we call them? The Viper? Is that what we're doing?
We'll see.
We'll see if it sticks. Well, let's go ahead and see how this sounded with a mic check from Smart Omega. All right, so translation, that was a whole lot of yelling, but obviously they were calling out the targets they locked in.
It's not a matter of what they were saying, it's who was saying it. Another revelation is, again, despite the stats and the accolades not saying it, Okir was an amazing secondary shot caller.
Yeah, and I think that's very important, actually, that the mid laners also sharing shot calling duties. Here's some update from the MSL in Myanmar. Their regular season has begun ongoing, and Xeno getting getting their first game win.
So another region did start. I was just thinking about what other region started earlier on.
It's about damn time. Myanmar deserves a pro-level league, and they have so for a few years now, and I'm glad that the MSL is here.
I'm glad it is too, and I can't wait for all the leagues to go ahead and get started, because that's always the kind of exciting time to catch up on everything and see where things are going to fall into place for our first international of the year coming up. So also we want to go ahead and invite everyone. We still have tickets for AP Bren versus Twisted Minds tomorrow. It's also going to be another Golden Month celebration, so that's more dancing and all the giveaways that we got going on. So no more surprises for those here. So more surprises for those here at the MPL Arena. So what are you waiting for? Just head on over to the MPL website to make sure you guys go ahead and grab your tickets. We'd love to have you here in the arena with us.
You're not going to want to miss the very first time one of these teams get it done, all right? Today was Omega, and now for sure, tomorrow, AP Bren and Twisted get theirs.
Hopefully. Someone will.
Oh, that's going to be sad, because that means by the end of tomorrow, we're going to see
only one team
without a series win yet.
Whew. Well, we got to wait for tomorrow, because our next matchup, this is the battle of the air. The battle of the birds. It's Phoenix, Phoenix is a bird family. So we got the Phoenix versus the Team Falcons, of course, coming up next. That is going to be a fiery match. Yeah. And I can't wait to see it. I know we're going to have a little bit of like a break, like some time here, because this was a sweep. So I hope that you guys go ahead and get your refreshments. Maybe grab your snacks if you want to and get ready for that matchup, because both those teams, even Team Falcons on the adjustments that they made last week, we already know TNC, they've been having a hell of a season. We had all those statistics, and one of them is going to have their a loss here today. One of them is going to continue on. So it's us, the Wee Bear Bros. We'll be back after the short break, and we'll see you guys after this.
Smart Power All 99. Hindi bitin with 10 gig data to power your games plus only Facebook or only TikTok. Load now!
Who needs to go to a concert when you can own that stage with your friends?
Enjoy a night of impromptu bowling tournament.
Malakas ka ba? Sali na!
Kita Kids. Kita Kids. Kita Kids.
Kita Kids.
Sa NCC Season 2.
GG bro! Don't worry, the only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi bitin with 10 gig data to power your games plus only Facebook or only TikTok. Load now!
Who needs to go to a concert when you can own that stage with your friends?
Enjoy a night of impromptu bowling tournament.
Malakas ka ba? Sali na!
Kita Kids. Kita Kids. Kita Kids.
Kita Kids.
Sa NCC Season 2.
with Smart Power All 99. Hindi bitin with 10 gig data to power your games plus only Facebook or only TikTok. Load now!
Who needs to go to a concert when you can own that stage with your friends?
Enjoy a night of impromptu bowling tournament.
Malakas ka ba? Sali na! Kita-kits sa NCC Season 2.
Don't worry, be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi bitin with 10 gig data to power your games plus only Facebook or only TikTok. Load now!
Who needs to go to a concert when you can own that stage with your friends?
Enjoy a night of impromptu bowling tournament.
Malakas ka ba? Sali na! Kita-kits sa NCC Season 2.
10 gig data to power your games plus only Facebook or only TikTok. Load now!
Who needs to go to a concert when you can own that stage with your friends?
Enjoy a night of impromptu bowling tournament.
Malakas ka ba? Sali na! Kita Kids. Kita Kids. Kita Kids. Kita Kids sa NCC Season 2.
Don't worry, the only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi bitin with 10 gig data to power your games plus only Facebook or only TikTok. Load now!
Who needs to go to a concert when you can own that stage with your friends?
Enjoy a night of impromptu bowling tournament.
Malakas ka ba? Sali na! Kita Kids. Kita Kids. Kita Kids. Kita Kids sa NCC Season 2.
GG bro! Don't worry, the only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi bitin with 10 gig data to power your games plus only Facebook or only TikTok. Load now!
Who needs to go to a concert when you can own that stage with your friends?
Enjoy a night of impromptu bowling tournament.
Malakas ka ba? Sali na! Kita-kits sa NCC Season 2.
GG bro! Don't worry, the only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi bitin with 10 gig data to power your games plus only Facebook or only TikTok. Load now!
Who needs to go to a concert when you can own that stage with your friends?
Enjoy a night of impromptu bowling tournament.
Malakas ka ba? Sali na! Kita-kits sa NCC Season 2.
Don't worry! The Only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi bitin with 10 gig data to power your games plus only Facebook or only TikTok. Load now!
Who needs to go to a concert when you can own that stage with your friends?
Enjoy a night of impromptu bowling tournament.
Malakas ka ba? Sali na! Kita Kids sa NCC Season 2.
Don't worry! The Only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi bitin with 10 gig data to power your games plus only Facebook or only TikTok. Load now!
Who needs to go to a concert when you can own that stage with your friends?
Enjoy a night of impromptu bowling tournament.
Malakas ka ba? Sali na! Kita Kids sa NCC Season 2.
Unlimited with 10 gig data to power your games plus only Facebook or only TikTok. Load now!
Who needs to go to a concert when you can own that stage with your friends?
Enjoy a night of impromptu bowling tournament.
Malakas ka ba? Sali na!
Kita Kids. Kita Kids. Kita Kids. Kita Kids sa NCC Season 2.
Don't worry! The Only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi bitin with 10 gig data to power your games plus only Facebook or only TikTok. Load now!
Who needs to go to a concert when you can own that stage with your friends?
Enjoy a night of impromptu bowling tournament.
Malakas ka ba? Sali na!
Kita Kids. Kita Kids. Kita Kids. Kita Kids sa NCC Season 2. ka pa rin ba? Eto na, Jay. Wala, meron pa isa. Meron pa isang technique.
Oh, nice way. Food trip ka, tol. It's showtime. Sheesh. Okay na?
Anong gusto niyong gawin ko dito sa mic? Anong kanta? Baka yung ano na lang. Yung pamatay ko na lang, Kir. Alam kong ako'y nangako, di na mauulit pa. Shoutout nga pala sa mga MPL boss namin. Sa lahat ng nanonood ngayon, bibigyan namin kayo ng magandang laban. Pero depende na lang sa Twisted Minds. Pero kami, gagawin namin yung best namin. Good luck nga pala kay Ryota. At ito na nga po, mag-start na ang MPL Season 15. At kasama ko ngayon, si Yoshi. Yoshi, paano hindi hihingaan yung mic? Eh, nung kalaban mo nga si JP, hindi ka makahinga. Eh, nga ng pulbo, kung pambilyar pa rin. Ay, pakinggan nyo muna to. Lugi rin pala sa retriyan, kaibigan nga lang pala yan. Pero kailangan ko na magpagupit, pre. Burstmate pa rin to, ya. Yung pani ko, pre, hindi pa tumatama yung cable, ubos na yung energy. Nakakali ako nung sa Cambodia ako, pre. Nagpani ako, pre. Ubos na yung energy ko, wala man lang ako tinamaan. Nice surrender! Oras na para mag-boom, boom, boom, boom. Anong gusto niyong gawin ko dito sa mic? Anong kanta? Baka yung ano na lang. Yung pamatay ko na lang, Kir. Alam kong ako'y nangako, di na mauulit pa. Shoutout nga pala sa mga MPL boss namin. Sa lahat ng nanonood ngayon, bibigyan namin kayo ng magandang laban. Pero depende na lang sa Twisted Minds. Pero kami, gagawin namin yung best namin. Good luck nga pala kay Ryota. At ito na nga po, mag-start na ang MPL Season 15. At kasama ko ngayon, si Yoshi. Yoshi, paano hindi hihingaan yung mic? Eh, nung kalaban mo nga si JP, hindi ka makahinga. Eh, nga ng pulbo, kung pambilyar pa rin. Ay, pakinggan nyo muna to. Lugi rin pala sa retriyan, kaibigan nga lang pala yan. Pero kailangan ko na magpagupit, pre. Burstmate pa rin to, ya. Yung pani ko, pre, hindi pa tumatama yung cable, ubos na yung energy. Nakakali ako nung sa Cambodia ako, pre. Nagpani ako, pre. Ubos na yung energy ko, wala man lang ako tinamaan. Nice surrender! Oras na para mag-boom, boom, boom, boom.
Backsat nga ako.
Kita mo yung port? Nakita mo port straight cable. Diyan sumawan, shoutout sa'yo, diyan sumawan. Ang palag ko kay Kyle, wala. Kasi world champion yan eh. Good ping.
Chobi, ikaw muna kaya mic test. Dapat kay Sindel tong mic no? Siya na yung GOAT ng MDL eh. The GOAT versus the boat. Pupunta kaya ang kan ko? Ha? Wala mo, Chob, sila in-invite ko.
Hindi, okay lang.
Mali! Wrong! Ding.
Lahat ng fans na.
12! Gusto nyo ba na na pinapanood nyo sila?
Hindi. Ang gusto nyo, yung busy kayo, pero kayo yung naglalaro? O hindi kayo busy, pero pinapanood nyo yung mga tao na alam nyo kaya nyo mapunta sa posisyon na yon.
Yung gigil na gigil kayo.
First and foremost, I would like to say that I would like to congratulate everyone in this room.
Lahat na sila dyan. Salta ka, Big. Ikaw nga. Salta ka. Salta ka. Ikaw salta ka ko. Salta ka,
Titignan mo dito, yung mapa. Pati nga sa yung sa... Makulay ba talaga? Makulay. Ang mataas na siguro brightness ko. O baka ganyan talaga siya, no? Labo na yan, larga na yan, tara na. Nasa akin yung mic check, mga Erp. Setting muna tayo, guys, ha? Pwede isa pa check, ping chicks. Try lang ako, hero. Dalawa, nice. O, tara, sunod na daw. Bas ka. Ay, tigin saan yan. Ready agad. Ay, huwag niyo ba yung gagamitin ko mamaya? Gagamitin ko, pipik ko ngayon. Ito kaya skin ko, para tumatagal si.
Diyan nagsasalita pa rin, wala silang marinig sa mic check. Kasi yung headset na naka-face mask. Hello guys, hello. Hindi ba ako? Ba't check na guys?
Pulbo natin yan. Parang pang billiard.
Ano bang tawag dun yun sa yung pagtagpas ng billiard?
Pinapahid, Tisa na lang kulang.
with 10 gig data to power your games plus only Facebook or only TikTok. Load now!
Who needs to go to a concert when you can own that stage with your friends?
Enjoy a night of impromptu bowling tournament.
Malakas ka ba? Sali na!
Kita Kids. Kita Kids. Kita Kids.
Kita Kids.
Sa NCC Season 2.
Kain nga pa rin ba? Uli. Eto na. Ay, no, Peyton! Wala, meron ba isa? Meron ba isang check?
Nice way! Food trip ka, tol. Intro time! Sheesh! Okay na?
Anong gusto niyong gawin ko dito sa mic? Anong kanta? Anong kanta? Anong kanta? Baka yung ano na lang. Yung pamatay ko na lang, Kir. Alam kong ako'y nangako, di na mauuwi pa. Shoutout nga pala sa mga MPL boys namin. Sa lahat ng nanonood ngayon, bibigyan namin kayo ng magandang laban. Pero depende na lang sa Twisted Minds. Pero okay, gagawin namin yung best namin. Good luck nga pala kay Ryota. At ito na nga po, mag-start na ang MPL Season 15. At kasama ko ngayon, si Yoshi. Yoshi, paano hindi hihingaan yung mic? Eh, nung kalaban mo nga si JP, hindi ka makahinga. Eh, nga ng pulbo, kung pambilyar pa rin. Ay, pakinggan nyo muna to. Lugi rin pala sa retriyan, kaibigan nga lang pala yan. Pero kailangan ko na magpagupit, pre. Worstmate pa rin to, ya. Yung pani ko, pre, hindi pa tumatama yung cable, ubos na yung energy. Naalala ko nung sa Cambodia ako, pre, nagpani ako, pre. Ubos na yung energy ko, wala man lang ako tinamaan. Nice surrender! Oras na para mag-boom, boom, boom, boom. Anong gusto niyong gawin ko dito sa mic? Anong kanta? Anong kanta? Anong kanta? Baka yung ano na lang. Yung pamatay ko na lang, Kir. Alam kong ako'y nangako, di na mauuwi pa. Shoutout nga pala sa mga MPL boys namin. Sa lahat ng nanonood ngayon, bibigyan namin kayo ng magandang laban. Pero depende na lang sa Twisted Minds. Pero okay, gagawin namin yung best namin. Good luck nga pala kay Ryota. At ito na nga po, mag-start na ang MPL Season 15. At kasama ko ngayon, si Yoshi. Yoshi, paano hindi hihingaan yung mic? Eh, nung kalaban mo nga si JP, hindi ka makahinga. Eh, nga ng pulbo, kung pambilyar pa rin. Ay, pakinggan nyo muna to. Lugi rin pala sa retriyan, kaibigan nga lang pala yan. Pero kailangan ko na magpagupit, pre. Worstmate pa rin to, ya. Yung pani ko, pre, hindi pa tumatama yung cable, ubos na yung energy. Naalala ko nung sa Cambodia ako, pre, nagpani ako, pre. Ubos na yung energy ko, wala man lang ako tinamaan. Nice surrender! Oras na para mag-boom, boom, boom, boom.
Baksak nga ako,
Kita mo yung board? Board, nakita mo board straight cable. Diyan sumawan, shoutout sa'yo, diyan sumawan.
Susundan ko ang iyong bakas, kasama patas, tagumpay natin doon ay tayo'y malakas. Yun and invulnerable. Ready yung equipment, lahat frozen, malang crowd control. Pakita ko na jab like pow. East to the southeast. So without a doubt, loud cause every enemy beat devour. Susundan ko ang iyong bakas. Kasama pataas, tagumpay natin ito dahil tayo'y malakas. Para sa Pinas. Nasa amin ang lalas, hindi ko atras. Kinikilala sa taas kasi kami ang malakas. Para sa Pinas. Nasa amin ang lalas, hindi ko atras. Kinikilala sa taas, ganito kami sa Pinas. Malakas, Pilipinas, malakas. Kahit anong lane, we become the monsters. Malakas, Pilipinas, malakas. Face the golden sun, we're ready for the 3 stars. Lakas ng Pinas, we unite, be the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, we unite, be the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, we unite, be the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, we the stars.
Lakas ng Pinas, we unite, be the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, we unite, be the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, we unite, be the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, we the stars.
It's the battle of the skies ahead of us with the Phoenix versus Team Falcons for TNC. And now, TNC and Team Falcons going head-to-head. Who's going to come out on top of that one? What is up, guys? Welcome back. Here we are, the Wee Bear Bros. It's me, Naisu, Leo, and Redmar, and we hope you had a good break and you were able to go ahead grab some refreshments because this matchup is going to be an exciting one.
Despite the match prior going just 2 games, I felt like we got a lot of action. So, congratulations, Smart Omega 2-0 sweep. Twisted Mind, GG well played. Next time, do better. Tonight, one bird soars much higher.
It is, and you know what else is? Time Zone, because Time Zone they've now got a whole exclusive promo for you guys. Get 400 pesos power load for only 200 pesos.
All you have to do is register on the Time Zone Fun app, insert the promo code TZXMPL, that's TZXMPL, and redeem the voucher at any of your favorite Time Zone venues.
Don't miss out on the amazing deal. Literally the only one I was expecting that caught me off guard, I'm sorry.
I was expecting to scroll a little bit.
Yeah, the scene more.
Hey, you know what? At that point, they just want you to be part of the conversation, right, Marcus?
Thank you so much. I often feel left out.
You didn't get to have an opening line? That's your opening line. So, also, we got to give a big shout out once again to TT Racing. Get a 2,000 peso discount on your next purchase by using the TT Racing X MPL Philippines exclusive voucher code MPL2000 over at ttracing.ph.
Please don't miss out on exciting TT Racing gaming share giveaways during MPL Philippines. Stay tuned for more info.
Don't miss out on this amazing deal. And just remember, for those who dream, work, and play, TT Racing has your back.
There it is. That one was a little longer.
Yeah.
That's the slogan.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Has your back. Wait, is that actually the slogan?
TT Racing has your back? That's a great question. I'll tell you what. We'll find out.
We've been saying it week in, week out.
Yeah, it probably is at this point. Yeah, probably the slogan is.
It probably is. You know, and again, guys, just go ahead and let you know what happened here and how things fell into place in our first series. We had a sweep. I don't know if you guys were expecting that too, but Omega gets the sweep versus Twisted Minds, their first win of the season. So both those teams needed to get that dub, and it ended up being Smart Omega in a sweep.
And again, as I mentioned earlier, if you want the TLDR, I would highly suggest please watch the entire series. Or maybe that game number 2 specifically.
Is that the TLDR though?
But yeah, Super Yoshi happened. There, that's the TLDR. Super Yoshi happened. You want the TLDR? All right, that's the TLDR. Joseph,
you want a TLDR?
You want the TLDR?
That's the complete opposite.
Super Yoshi. Okay. Super Yoshi happened. There.
Oh, yeah, that works. You know,
I'll speak in few words moving forward.
No, I want you to share your thoughts, but
It's too late for that.
it's too late for that. We can't rewind that anymore. But you know, Redmar has some points. Yes, I'm looking at him right here, and he has a point here, guys. Like the fact that that series was really around the fact that Super Yoshi just had an amazing series, and I hope that we can see more of that moving forward. Because after this one, this is going to be the case. You know, we have TNC and both Falcons sitting at 3 points. One of these teams that have been on a roll lately is going to move up.
How wild is that? Smart Omega has the same amount of points as the defending world and league champions.
Yep. And TNC Pro Team, the team that has consistently finished 8th in the league, is actually, they have a relatively comfortable gap between them and the reigning world champions. So yeah, this is MPL Philippines Season 15 for you.
And I love it because this makes things so interesting moving forward. And then again, like, I know we mentioned this too quickly. We want to go ahead and give everybody a heads up that there are still tickets available, of course, as you guys saw there from the standings. One of those teams at the bottom will also not be sitting on 0 anymore either. So this week, I feel like, is the week where there's a lot of teams that are finally either breaking these lose streaks or some teams that might be losing their winning streaks that they've been on. So that's the question here. Who's going to soar higher? Is it going to be the Phoenix or is it going to be the Falcons? Because both these teams, they've been redeeming themselves, you know, from the past because they're on a 3-match winning streak here.
Yeah. For both of these teams, they started off the season with a loss. For Team Falcons PH, it was against Onyx Philippines. For TNC Pro Team, it was against Onyx Philippines. And ever since then, they've just been turning it up. And I feel like this is just a perfect test to see where they exactly are. Falcons PH, just how dominant they are. And for TNC Pro Team, really enough, I'm looking at this in sort of a way that it feels like TNC Pro Team needs to get a game or at least have a very competitive series against Falcons PH. Because if not, then there will be questions to the success that TNC Pro Team has so far that I will not be asking because, again, hashtag TNC in 5, y'all, no matter what happens.
TNC 5.
But the community, I'm sure they'll sound off here if TNC loses.
These two teams are on the same tangent, and they're both going for the same thing. Falcons PH, we still got it. TNC, now we got it.
Yeah.
So how true are those?
Oh, excuse me. Falcons PH actually, their first series loss was against Team Liquid, not Onyx PH. It was Team Liquid.
Both teams very strong.
Yeah,
both teams very strong. Yeah. Both teams on the previous 3-game win streak, right? You know, and we get a good look at just the squad here from TNC, and a lot of this, I mean, a lot of the people are going to look back at week 2, and they're going to just remember Yawi's dancing, you know, for one. And then, whoa, and you're going to look at Falcons. That's the BPI hat, isn't it?
It is,
by the way.
Flap TZ so huge, it looks like Paddington Bear.
This is the scariest version of Paddington Bear I've ever seen.
Look at these games played, by the way.
Oh, yeah. This is the record of TNC Pro Team against this roster of Team Falcons PH. This is taking into account their record for when they were still under Brand Esports, AP Brand as well. And yeah, it's leaning towards the roster of the Falcons.
He has not moved, by
He
the
is
way.
holding that.
That is muscle control.
That is muscle control. And then there's Super Marco.
How long can he hold it?
I think he's going to keep going, man.
Yeah, he's not. Owen's starting to flex or clench.
Owen's definitely clenching.
He's uneasy.
Shaking his chest.
You know, at this point, you just let Flap do his thing.
Someone check up on Doe. He's not moving.
I think he's staring down the.
Someone from TNC has to flex off here.
They're not really like buff boys, you know.
Well, they can be.
They're handsome.
They're zooming in.
When he gets shot.
Now he's shy. But again, you know, this squad, I would say, looking at these two specifically, we had for Kozin here, this is his personal stat comparison.
That's right.
So from 14 to 15.
He's already looking so much better in just the 3 weeks.
Even his photo. Look at his glow up.
He hasn't gotten a haircut, no?
Yeah, it's just kept on growing.
In the past 6 months?
Yeah.
And he looks significantly older. You're right.
That's called, what do they call that these days? He's min-maxing. Is it min-maxing?
Look at the stats.
Looks maxing.
He's not mewing, though. But look at the stats. A lot of them shooting up by what? Exponentially.
But wouldn't this also be the case because they just had a way better early first 4 matches?
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, like, they've been on fire. Look at this KDA difference.
Yeah, I mean, true, but I think we also have to acknowledge that early on in the season, I remember TNC Pro Team for us were like, hey, they could actually do it. It was them holding leads, but then slipping.
They were always good in the first 10 minutes.
Actually, that's so true. I remember specifically seeing that and asking that question every time. And he's still going, by the way.
I think he hasn't let go this entire time.
Nope, even with the camera off, can't confirm.
He
He's
stays
been holding
like
the
that.
pose.
Well, we gotta take a look at Bulletproof Marco's status right now. He is on fire. He had the Savage. He's the only one, right?
Yep.
Only one to get the Savage so far, and he has been phenomenal in the gold lane. And a lot of it, attributes to just the team as a whole. Like, this is a team that was known for their synergy, their very disciplined and controlled play style, and it's as controlled as Flaps flexing right here.
Yeah. 4 games where he hasn't died, and dare I say, Super Marco's been going through. He's getting a little bit more villainous with how he's looking. I don't know if it's the Mishima eyebrows, but I feel like he's going through a villain arc.
Do not let his nonchalant boy next door looks get to you. He doesn't care what you think about him. He will play his game, and he will kill you if he finds you in lane.
And he won't die.
Oh, he won't. You won't even touch him.
That's the other thing. You won't find him. You won't be able to get
You
him.
can shoot him, but he won't die.
A lot of it has to do with the guy flexing there. Like, Flap is a big part of why I feel like he's able to get so much space, so much positioning, and why he's been able to be activated. Of course, you've got Master Ogwin there as well. So it's been a good, I would say, if you look at both the teams here, their stories in general, from what Team Falcons has wanted to prove since last season, I feel like, kind of coming into the season with adjustment, and they wanted to have some prove a point, if you will, and then TNC not being that team that's at the bottom of the standings. So what are their stories here? What are the birds? I mean, can we really say the sky is only big enough for one bird? Because that's kind of what this matchup is going to be, right?
Tonight for sure.
Tonight for sure. Now, when was the last time TNC defeated Team Falcons roster?
Pop quiz.
Was it A, MPL Philippines Season 8? Was it B, MPL Philippines Season 11? C, MPL Philippines Season 13? Or D, MPL Philippines Season 15? That's an interesting answer there, letter D.
All right, yeah.
Is that foreshadowing?
Every quiz question always has to have that one confusing
It's got that
answer,
one.
Yeah, that one that just makes you go, wait, it could be this, but you know it's not that, and you're just doubting yourself.
Yeah, again, you guys can go ahead and join our MPL Philippines socials if you want to join the discussion there. We, of course, have our official group, too, by the way, which you guys can go ahead and check out. I know there's some big groups out there for you guys to join, but we do have the MPL Philippines official group, which we invite